Okay, let's get into the fascist weeds. First up, it looks like ICE is heading for some leadership purges, and wow, is that a bad thing for all of us? Yes, it can actually get worse than this. See, ICE is technically two very different organizations and is often conflated with yet a third, Customs and Border Patrol. ICE itself is made up of HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, who, despite the name, are focused on transnational crime, mostly trafficking both of people and drugs, and ERO, enforcement and removal operations, who are closer to what most of us think of as ICE, though they still have a going for the worst of the worst mentality. At least they claim to. Claimed to. In fact, before the second Trump administration, HSI was actually trying to spin itself off as a separate entity because of the ignominy of ICE was actively hampering their legitimate efforts to block human trafficking and drug running. Since Trump 2.0 began, they, specifically HSI, have been getting the shit end of the stick for exactly that attitude, while ERO have generally been more gung-ho, if less prepared for Trump's concentration camp plans, which is where Border Patrol Commander Greg Bonivo comes in. Seen here, adopting fascist aesthetics. No, that is not a generated image. He dressed like that intentionally when he went to go to CNN's bureau office on Tuesday, the same day that he also had a meeting with Judge Sarah Ellis. Due to lax, which is to say non-existent, identification rules, ICE and Border Patrol, both operating under the Department of Homeland Security, are often mistaken for or even pretend to be each other. While ICE has been party to much of Trump's violence towards USians, and one of the driving recruitment platforms as well, their go for the worst of the worst mentality means they're really just not prepared for the scale of cruelty he's been demanding. While Border Patrol is the South Shore apartment raid, when naked women and children were marched into moving vans, the cattle car of modern America, and sorted by skin color. Yeah, that was Border Patrol. Reportedly, ICE field office heads in Los Angeles, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Denver, El Paso, San Diego, New Orleans, Seattle, and Portland have been removed and replaced with Border Patrol Bovino loyalists.